Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Esther and this is Q-Est Fashion Hub. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to cut a school uniform shirt. So I'm making this shirt for a boy. So I'm going to be working on my pattern paper first, then I'll transfer it to my fabric. I'll be using my pattern paper, my ruler, markers, tape rule, scissors, French curve, and my fabric, because when I'm done I'll transfer it to the fabric. So guys, if this is your first time of stopping by here, you're welcome to the family. Hit that subscribe button and drop a comment for me. Now let's go straight to the tutorial. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back to watch my channel. I love you. Thank you. Now let's move to this tutorial. I'm working with the length of 21 inches. I'm working with the length of 21 inches. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be marking 2.5 inches for the buttons right here. So I'm going to take my ruler and connect all my lines together like this. So all my measurement that I'll be taking are going to be starting from this line. They'll be starting from this line. So this is me connecting all the lines together. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and take the length of my clothes. Now, one thing you need to take note of is when you're cutting this shirt, the back is always longer than the front by 2 inches or 2.5 inches, depend on you. So right here, I'm working with 21 inches. I'm just going to mark 21 inches right here. I'm not adding any hemming allowance right now, because by the time I cut the back, this is the exact measurement. By the time I cut the back is going to be 2.5 inches longer than the front. So automatically I'm going to have extra 1 inch from the back. So that is what I'm going to be using as the hemming allowance. So right here is the length. So I'll connect the lines together like this. So I'll come here and take my back measurement. I'm working with the back of 13 inches divided by 2, that's 6.5, plus half an inch to join it to the sleeve, that's 7 inches. So this is the 7 inches right here. So I'm taking my shoulder slope. I'm taking 1 inch for shoulder slope right here. 1 inch. So right here I'm going to be taking the neckline for the front is 2.5 inches by 2.5. So 2.5 inches length and 2.5 inches depth. So this is it right here. So I'm just going to take my French curve and connect the neckline together like so. So I'm just going to connect the neckline like this together. So this is the neckline for the front. So, and I'll mark my shoulder slope here, 1 inch to the neckline. So right here I'll come down by 5.5 inches for the armhole. Remember, the back is going to be longer, so the back is going to cover up for this armhole depth. So I'll come down here and also mark the 7 inches I marked here. So I'll connect to the armhole depth here. So I'll draw a straight line here, right here. Sorry. I'm going to extend this line like this. So I'm working with a chest of 30 inches. 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. Remember I said all our measurement will be starting from this line, not here. Here, this line, this particular line. So here I'm marking my 7.5. And I'm going to be adding 1 inch or you can add 1.5 inches to it, but I'm going to be adding 1 inch to it. It actually depends on it depends on your preference. So that is 8 inches altogether, 8.5, sorry. So this is it. I'll just mark the 8.5 inches all the way down. So I'll come to the M line like this and mark the 8.5 inches also, and I will connect all my lines together like this. So just connect my lines together with my ruler, connect my lines like this. So at this point you can decide to create a curve here by coming up from this line like this. You come up by probably 1 inch and create a curve like this and make this part. I hope you can see, but I don't think I'll be creating a curve, but you can do it to give this part shape. So here I'll look for the midpoint of 5.5 like this, and I will place my French curve and connect my armhole like this. So for the front armhole, I'm going to come in by 1/2 inch from this part. So I'll just come in like this. This is my front armhole. Sorry, I think this is more than. Just come in. This is it, by 1/2 inch for the front arm. So this is the front part. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out and place it on the back panel and also cut it out. So right here, I already cut out my front pattern here. This is it, and I place it on another fresh pattern paper, and here I traced. What I did here was to extend this. I told you that the back will be higher than this front by 2.5 inches. The reason is the 1/2 inches is going to be for the shoulder seam allowance, and 2 inches is the excess, like the back will be bigger. Sorry, the back will be bigger than the front by 2 inches. This 1/2 is going to be what we'll use to join both front and back together. So this is it. I've extended it all the way by 2.5 inches all the way by the back. So right here, I've not cut out the front armhole. You can see it. I want to cut out the back first before I cut out the front armhole. So right here, what I'm going to do is that I use red marker so that it will be obvious for you to see, so that you can see very well. So right here, I'm going to mark the neck line that I took for the front. Remember, I used 2.5 inches, so I marked 2.5 inches here. The neck depth for the back, I'm going to be using 1.75 inches, 1.75. You can decide to use 2 inches, you can decide to use 1.5, but I'm using 1.75 right here. So yeah, I'm just marking 1.75 here. So I'm just going to connect it like so and create the neckline for the back. So this is what I'm basically doing right here. So with my French curve, I'll grab my French curve and just create the neck depth for the back. So this is me connecting the neckline for the back like so. So this is the neck depth for the back like this. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. So right here, I'm tracing the armhole. So for the front button, the overlapping for the button, sorry, I'll just go ahead and fold in the 2 inches like this and place it back right here like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. So this is how it's going to look like when we are done joining both the front and the back together. It's going to overlap like this. Hope you can see. This is how it's going to look like. So this is it. Okay, moving to the cutting of the sleeve. Right here I have another fresh pattern paper here. So I'm working with the sleeve length of 7 inches, so I'm going to be adding 2.5 inches to it. So I'm using half inches to join it to the shoulder, and I'm using 2 inches for the hemline, so that's 9.5 inches. So I'll just go ahead and mark 9.5 inches here, like this. 9.5 inches. So this is me marking 9.5 inches all the way. So I'll use my ruler and draw a straight line right here. So connect the lines together like this. So right here, my armhole, remember I came down by 5.5 inches for the armhole, and the back is higher than the front by 2.5. By the time we overlap it, automatically 1 inch is going to fall to the armhole of the front. So that is 6.5 inches, and I added 1 inch for the seam allowance. That's 7.5 inches. This is what I have here, 7.5 inches here. So I'm just going to look for the midpoint of 7.5 inches right here. That's 3.75. Yeah, this is the midpoint. So I'm just going to coming down by 2.5 inches like this. I'm just going to take my ruler and connect it to this part like this. So I'm just going to take my ruler and connect it, and I'm just going to use my hand to just blend it like this. Blend it like this. And the round sleeve I'm working with is 11 inches. I'm adding seam allowance of 1 inches. 11 divided by 2, that's 5.5 plus 1, that's 6.5. So I'm marking 6.5 here. So right here, 6.5. Remember I'm using 2 inches for the hemline, so I just go ahead and connect my lines from here like this. So this is it, the way it is, like this, So I'm just going to cut this way. So this is our sleeve. By the time I open it up, it's going to, when I'm hemming it, there won't be shortage of fabric, you understand? When I'm done, if there's any excess, I'll just cut it out. So this is it. Now I'll open up my sleeve. For the front armhole, let me use the red marker so you can see. I'll come down by 1/2 inch like this. 1/2 inch. I'm just going to connect it all the way like this. The front armhole. Sorry. So I'll connect it to meet up this. Let me use my, just to trim it off. I'll just come like this. Come by 1/2 inch and I'll trim it off. Hope you understand what I'm doing here. Like this. So this is the front armhole, or this is the back armhole. So you have to indicate it so that you know by placing a notch here, and also you can decide to notch this place to indicate that this is the front armhole right here. So lest I forget, I haven't trimmed the armhole of the front neckline of the front body. So this is it. So I'll just go ahead and trim the front armhole before I forget. So this is the front armhole. Just go ahead and trim it off like this. Okay, right, I'm moving to the cutting of the pocket. I already cut out this pattern paper here, and it's measuring the length is 6 inches here, 6 inches by 4 inches. 6 by 4. Okay, the actual measurement that I needed for the pocket is 3 inches right here. So I added half an inch to both sides that I'll use to fold it in like this. While the length of the pocket that I needed is 3.5 inches, but I added 2.5 inches because I'm going to be folding it at the down by half an inch, while the top I'm going to be folding half an inch first, then I'll fold it by 1.5 inches so that it will, I don't want the pocket coming out when I'm done. So it's going to be something like this when I'm done folding it in like this. So for this bottom of the pocket, I'm going to give it a shape. So I'm not going to pick it like this, like measure half an inch and chop it out like this. Let's increase the little like this. So this is how it's going to look like. I'll hem it like so, and I'll also fold it in like this. Hope you can see. So it's going to have this shape. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out all the pockets, the front and the back, the sleeve on the fabric, and come back and show you the final. So friends, these are all my patterns. I already used my pattern paper to cut out the fabric. This is the front panel, the back, this is the pocket, and those are the sleeves. So I haven't cut the collar because I need to join the shoulders first before cutting the collar. So if you want to see, I'm going to cut the collar and sew this shirt, subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos. My name is Esther and this is Q-Est Fashion Hub. Till I see you in the next tutorial, don't stop learning, keep learning. Bye bye.